Have you ever heard a story where an entire British military unit was humiliated by a monkey? It sounds impossible, but that is exactly what happened in India when a single macaque stole a real British rifle, climbed onto a rooftop, and waved it around like she had just declared herself commander of her own army. The soldiers froze, the general turned pale, and everyone understood one thing. If London ever found out, their whole regiment would become a permanent joke. So the British launched a secret mission called Operation Monkey Mayhem to recover the rifle from a monkey who acted smarter than half the unit and commanded a whole gang. This mission quickly turned into the funniest military disaster in history. In the 1930s, a British military base near Delhi welcomed a new recruit named Thomas Briggs. He expected discipline, order, and serious training. Instead, the very first thing he saw was chaos. 3 soldiers running after a small macaque, proudly carrying the sergeant's hat. The monkey leaped onto a roof, lifted the hat like a hard-won trophy, and screamed triumphantly. Briggs stared and asked, "Does this happen often?" Captain Harding sighed and replied, "Son, this is the worst post in India because they live here." The base had a serious problem. It was effectively controlled by 3 monkey gangs: the red-tailed raiders, who specialized in stealing uniforms, the banana cartel, experts at raiding the food supply, and the roof commandos, the elite group that took tools, shiny objects, and sometimes even weapons. Soldiers told Briggs unbelievable stories. One monkey could open backpack locks. Another acted as a lookout and whistled whenever humans approached. And everyone agreed on one rule: never leave food unattended unless you want to lose it. Briggs realized this wasn't a normal military outpost. It was monkey-controlled territory. One morning, Sergeant Collins placed his Lee Enfield rifle against the wall. He turned around for barely 5 seconds, and when he looked back, the rifle had vanished. He looked up and saw the impossible, a macaque standing proudly on the roof, holding his rifle exactly like a trained soldier would. The monkey raised the gun confidently, waved it like a commander leading troops, and then fired a shot straight into the air. The entire base instantly dropped to the ground. Captain Harding muttered, "We just lost weapons control to a monkey." The general immediately called an emergency meeting. "If London learns that a monkey stole a British rifle, this regiment will be mocked for the next 100 years," he said. "Therefore, I am launching a classified mission. Operation Monkey Mayhem. Recover the rifle, restore our dignity, and deal with these gangs before this gets any worse." And so the mission officially began. The British prepared their first plan. They set up a large crate filled with bananas and hid a net trap inside. A monkey approached the crate slowly. She looked at the bananas, then at the soldiers hiding behind cover, then at the rope controlling the net. She tugged the rope in the opposite direction, dropping the entire net on the soldiers themselves. As they struggled to free themselves, the rest of the monkey gang raided the base and stole 14 cans of food, the radio transmitter, 3 pairs of boots, and the general's trousers while he was in the shower. The general burst out wrapped in a towel, shouting, "That is it! I hate these creatures." Soon the soldiers discovered that all the monkey gangs answered to one leader, a macaque with a scar across her face, a stolen officer's star stuck in her fur, and a rifle strap slung across her chest like a real commander. They called her Captain Coconut. Legends surrounded her. She could throw stones with the accuracy of a trained marksman. She knew how to open cans without tools. She had stolen more than 27 hats. And she communicated with her gang using hand-like signals that looked almost tactical. Briggs whispered, "She isn't a monkey. She's a general with fur." The British attempted a night infiltration to catch the monkeys off guard. They crawled quietly through the darkness, trying to remain silent. But one soldier suddenly sneezed, another got tangled in a bush, and a third accidentally fired a flare into the sky. The entire area lit up like daylight. Captain Coconut immediately appeared on a rooftop and threw a helmet at the soldiers, the same helmet she had stolen 2 weeks earlier. The mission collapsed into complete failure. Briggs finally accepted that this monkey was outsmarting the entire regiment. The British tried another tactic. They left a fake important letter on the ground, hoping to use it as bait. The monkeys tore the letter apart in seconds, stole the ink bottle, painted palm leaves blue, and one young monkey even drew a surprisingly good portrait of the general. The soldiers watched helplessly as their dignity continued to vanish. One night, a massive tropical storm hit the area. Monkeys hated heavy rain and hid anywhere they could find shelter. Briggs looked up and spotted Captain Coconut struggling to stay on the slippery rooftop. A stolen rifle strap was losing its grip. Suddenly, she slid off, falling safely into a cluster of palm leaves below. But the rifle slipped from her grasp and fell straight into Briggs's hands. Captain Coconut slowly approached him. She placed her hand on the rifle and gently pushed it back toward him, as if saying, "Enough, the war is over." The next morning, the soldiers found several items neatly placed at the gate. 3 hats, 2 cans of food, the general's toothbrush, and a drawing of a banana with a smiling face. "It seems they made peace," Harding said. Briggs nodded and added, "And they have a good sense of humor." From the background, the general shouted, "But where are my trousers?" And so the great monkey-British conflict of India came to an end. No one was injured except the pride of an entire regiment. Captain Coconut became a legend, a story every new recruit heard for years. And to this day, soldiers agree on one thing: this was the funniest military campaign in human history.